Aaron Judge is the best player in baseball, and he doesn't need to cheat. So John Schneider, you can shut the fuck up. What's going on, guys? It's the King of 161st Street. I'm back with another video, and let's just meet this head on, okay? Let's talk about what happened the other day. Aaron Judge on his, not first homer, but his second home run, the announcers found something a tiny bit off, where Judge took a quick glance to the side. What was he looking at? He says he was looking at the dugout. The problem is, people actually think he was able to get a sign off of this. Now, the clip that's going viral is slow-mo. Okay, so you can see the eyes go like this and go like this. And even then, that's a quick sign to give. But if you watch it in real time, he literally just looks and comes back. You're not relaying a sign that way. So that was dumb to begin with, but that's not what truly pissed me off. What truly pissed me off was that the Blue Jays in the post game started stoking the fire. They started saying like, yeah, there's no reason for him to be looking that way, blah, blah, blah. Just shut up. We all know that he wasn't going to get a sign that way. You don't have to be perpetuating this shit. And then the shit they're trying to pull today, trying to talk shit to Rojas, and then calling whoever was talking a fat boy. Hey, Schneider, I have something to tell you. You're a part of the club, buddy. Join the fucking club. You're in the fat boy club too. Okay? So you can shut your mouth on that topic. Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about the true problem from today's game. Coming into the fourth inning, Domingo Germán comes out of the dugout and immediately gets ejected. Man, what the fuck are you doing? Out of all the replacement starters, the guys who are not injured, out of our like dream starting five, the dream starting five being Cole, Rodon, Sevy, Nestor, and Montas. Out of the three guys that we have out, and the guys that we have replacing, Germán has been the best one. He comes into this game, throws 3 perfect innings, then gets thrown out because he's using sticky stuff. The biggest red flag from this was that he didn't even need it. His spin rate was within 50, which is negligible. He didn't even need it, and he still did it. Just shows the dumbassery there. And now he's out for 10 games, and we can't even replace him on the roster because now he's suspended. This is just a ridiculous situation and something that Domingo Germán better be taking full responsibility for, because that's just the dumbest thing, and he probably just costed Ian Hamilton a trip to the IL, because I don't think that Ian Hamilton would have gotten hurt if it wasn't for the fact that he had to just quickly get up, get ready, and go. There's just no excuse for that, Domingo. Anyways, let's get back to this series so far. Aaron Judge has been absolutely amazing. 3 home runs in the first 2 games of this series. Had an amazing Rays series. Man, having him back in the lineup is showing how deep we truly are. Because without him in the lineup, this lineup was very meh. But then once we got Bader back, things started to go on the up and up. And then once we got Judge back, things just hit the ground running. And now we've scored 7 runs in I don't know how many games. And we scored 5+ in even more games. This has just been an amazing offensive performance by this team. Win or lose in some occasions, like in the Rays series, where Judge was like 20 feet from giving us a chance to win that series. Now we are in a situation where we have already locked a split with Toronto. With 2 games left, we have won the first 2. Now we have a chance to win this series and maybe even sweep. This is best case scenario. Main reason for that is Aaron Judge. Another reason for that, our bullpen has been absolutely amazing. I know that Ron had a bit of a struggle today, but other than that, he's been amazing. Michael King has had a few hiccups, but he's been really good. Like I said, Ian Hamilton has been a huge surprise. I hope that this hamstring issue doesn't keep him out for too long. Wandy, he should be our new closer. And Clay Holmes. Clay Holmes, when he is not pitching in a scenario where it is high leverage, or at least not a save situation, he has been immaculate. Once it gets to a save situation or a ninth inning situation, he regresses back to his Pittsburgh Pirates days. But once he pitches in the 8th inning or earlier, he looks like $1,000,000. Those sliders he was throwing some perfect ass pitches. That's the Clay Holmes I want to see. And that's the Clay Holmes I wish we had when he's saving games. We're just not getting that right now. So I like this role for him, especially with the fact that Wandy Peralta is pitching very well for us. Another reason for this recent streak is the fact that this team is starting to come together. They're starting to put the ball in the air more, and we're starting to get some contribution out of the other guys, the Oswaldos of the world. Volpe's been amazing. You got Jake Bauers, who's putting some balls in the seats. Willie Calhoun, a guy who everyone was calling the worst player in baseball because of his WAR, is coming through. We're getting contribution from everyone, and putting balls in the seats is exactly what's giving us this advantage right now. We have the most home runs in the month of May by a country mile, even with the fact that Ronald Acuna is putting a home run in the seats every single night. We still have the most. That's how deep this lineup has been. We got the usual suspects like Glaber helping us out, even Bader and Judge, Rizzo. But then you get the guys like Oswaldo. You get the guys like Higashioka, Bauers. Once these guys start to give you production, that's where you go on these streaks. Where now we've won 4 of our last 6. We've won like 8 of our last 10. This is the exact team that I assumed would win this division. Tampa Bay is beatable. Toronto is beatable. These teams are not without flaws themselves. Tampa Bay has a shitty bullpen. Toronto has 3 liabilities in their rotation, and we just took out one of their best starters. They have 3 liabilities: Manoah, Kikuchi, and Barrios. And Kevin Gausman just lost in this game. We know how to hit off of Toronto. They do have that top 3 of death, but other than that, their lineup isn't that deep. Matt Chapman had a great month of April, but in May, he's been absolute dog shit. He's coming down to earth. He's turning into the player he's always been, which is a guy with a glove, but not really a bat. Last month, he was the guy with the bat, and that's why he was like the player of the month. And he got like such a good card on MLB The Show. But now, it's not looking too bright for him. You got guys in there like Kevin Kiermaier, who, yes, hit a home run today, but are you really looking at him for offense? Their catching situation, none of them can hit off of our team. Danny Jansen or Alejandro Kirk. They don't have the deep lineup that everyone keeps raving about. They have 3 guys. 3, and then if you wanted to add Chapman because of his start, they've had 4 guys that they can rely on, and that's about it. I'm not thinking that Santiago Espinal is going to kill us, okay? Baltimore is still young. I do sort of like what I'm seeing out of Baltimore. They're the team that I could sort of see as the dark horse and make it a fight with us and them. And then, of course, Boston is just Boston. They started off pretty strong for what their team is. They're coming down to earth. I don't see them really being a factor. This team in the Yankees is good enough to win this division, and it's good enough to make a deep run. I think right now, seeing how deep this lineup can go, seeing how good the rotation has done, minus the Clark Schmidt starts, because, look, all right, I've been gone for so long, so that's why I'm ranting right now, but let me get this straight, okay? I've been seeing a lot of people on Twitter defend Clark Schmidt because he had 2 good starts. Not even good, they've been okay. Have you guys not watched him over the past 3 years? Have you guys not watched him? He's trash. He is garbage. The man is probably pitching his best baseball, and he can't get out of the 5th inning. If this is the best we get out of Clark Schmidt, he's nowhere near where Domingo Germán is. And look, I am not happy with Domingo Germán right now. But I could tell you this. If I had to choose between Domingo Germán or Clark Schmidt, I'm choosing Domingo Germán 9 times out of 10. Mostly 10 out of 10. Johnny Brito, I've seen more ups in Johnny Brito's game this year than I've seen out of Clark. Johnny's first 2 starts are better than anything Clark has put out this year. And that's a fact. That is a literal fact. So I hate when these people are saying like Johnny Brito should be the first one going down. You know, if your argument there is let him get the development that he's missed out on because the team was injured, then I understand it. But if you're going off of the standpoint of performance so far, that is dumb. That is literally dumb. Clark Schmidt has looked like literal garbage. He can't pitch to a left-handed batter. Any left-hand batter that comes up at least gets a hit and mostly does heavy damage to him. But I digress on that. Look, the Yankees have been on a roll so far. I wanted to sort of get back into the swing of things. So hopefully you enjoyed this sort of rant about the Yankees' success. If you did, leave a like down below. If you're new here, hit that sub button. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care and peace.